Today I am going to represent my final year project and the title is Analysis and Detection of Unauthorized Access Points. So let's begin with the introduction. As the title of my project says, Analysis and Detection of Unauthorized Access Point, first we need to understand what is wireless network technology with the terminologies. Wireless networking systems are considered as the most workable way to provide organizational resources to the employees for great working experience for many companies. So first you need to understand what is a wireless access point. An access point is the access point receives data by wired Ethernet and converts it into a 2.4 gigahertz or 5 to 5 gigahertz wireless signal. It sends and receives wireless traffic to and from the nearby wireless clients. An access point is different from a wireless router in that it does not have a firewall function and does not protect your local network against threats from the internet. Our project is based on detection of unauthorized access point. So what is unauthorized access point? So unauthorized access point is nothing but bogus access point which is created by the attacker. The unauthorized access point is created in order to capture the legitimate user credentials and then later on misuse it to log in into their account and attack. So let's go ahead and have a look at project selection. So let's discuss why I selected wireless network project. So from my junior college days, I have been very keen on knowing the insights of network topologies, especially wireless point of view. My final year project in my bachelor's was also based on wireless FRDM module. Master's course gave me an opportunity to learn and understand various machine learning algorithms in this semester, in the final semester. Thus, this made me clear that my final year thesis project would be on wireless technology. And finally, I began my research on wireless network and read a lot of research papers on the same. So let's have a look what I have researched in the literature review section. So in the literature review, we see that there are 3 authors, but I have read many more papers, but I will discuss main 3 base papers from which I got inspiration. So the first author is Alitabi and Elithi in the year 2016. This author elaborates on the concept of rogue access points that are required to be detected due to the growing concern regarding the increasing security problems of the wireless LAN and are widely deployed in various sectors of business. So second author, Mr. Khan, have discussed the vulnerable points of the ad hoc networks and the detection of the intrusions. The authors have explained the various taxonomy related to the intrusion detection system corresponding to the unauthorized access and security attacks. The IDS schemes and approaches have been demonstrated in the paper, which have been further elaborated based on the various parameters. So third author says that Mr. Reddy, who presented a journal in 2016, has used the SVM techniques for the IDS for intrusion detection system. However, these IDS schemes and approaches have been demonstrated in the paper, which have been further elaborated based on the various parameters. However, the technique employed in the research involved the rough set approach, which significantly reduced the detection time. So there were many these were the literature gaps which we tried to fulfill in our project. So we have covered most of them. Let's have a look in the methodology of the project. So this is the flow of the methodology, in which we first start with generating the data of network nodes and using simulation program, which gives the data set of authorized as well as unauthorized access points. Since we are not taking any enterprise data, so we need to generate it by a simulation software. Then the next step is data pre-processing, in which we clean the data and clean the data provided generated by the network simulation software and give the raw data to the model in order to train the algorithm. So next, the data generated by the simulation is supplied to the three different machine learning algorithms, that is nothing but SVM, KNN and genetic ant colony optimization algorithm. The training part of the algorithm is done, and next we evaluate and compare the results of the precision and accuracy of the models. So we test the model, we fit the model, and we finally do the evaluation of the results, and we finally give the analysis and output. So moving ahead to the implementation part and setup part. So here is the implementation and setup. So you can see there are we have four, the project is divided into two parts. One is the simulation software and the another are the machine learning algorithms. I have used it in Anaconda prompt, but you can anyone can, in order to replicate this, anyone can install all the required libraries, import all the required libraries and all the different dependencies that are there, which are which are detailed in the report. So in this way the first program is of simulation.py, which gives the generation of the data set. So this we will have a look, and you will get to know this very clearly in the live demonstration. So we shall move ahead to the live demonstration now. So now I will give you the demonstration of the implementation part. So the implementation of this project is divided into two parts. The part one is the simulation of the data. Since we cannot take data from any enterprise network, we have to generate the data by the help of a simulation software. So this is the simulation code that we from which we can generate our data of the network data that will contain the nodes, both authorized and unauthorized access points. So firstly we have to import all the required libraries in order to run this code. Three different types of network data, that is 3G, LTE and wired, in the form of a text files of 3G.txt, LTE.txt and wired.txt. So these data, this software will take the input argument from the user end and will generate that much amount of unauthorized access points and authorized access points. So first thing, we have to give the number of access points, total number of access points that we want to generate, and out of which the percentage of unauthorized access points that we want to generate. So firstly let's run the code. So this is a Python code, so we will run it. Python simulation.py. This is the file name. We will give the number of access points. So supposedly we generate 1000 access points, out of which 5% of the nodes will be unauthorized. So this software will give us three different types of network data, and it will give, for each type it will give 1000 nodes, which will show in which 5% of the nodes will be unauthorized. So you can see this, the status flag, the last column of the generated data set is the status flag. If the status of the flag is 1, then that indicates that that particular node is unauthorized. We can also see that by the response time of the data, that is nothing but 40 in this case. In other cases where the status flag is not 0, the time is 14 to 15, approximately 14 to 15. But the one which is the unauthorized access point whose status is 1, that response time is 40. So likewise, we have generated unauthorized access points and authorized access points in our data set. So we have generated 1,000 nodes for each of the data type of 3G, LTE and wired. So this was the code in which we over here we print the 3G wireless data, in which okay, so first of all we take number of percentage of unauthorized access point as sigma, and we print sigma by 100 and 1 minus sigma by 100, and sigma by 100 is happen and sigma 1 minus sigma by 100 is not happen. Happen and not happen means authorized and unauthorized access point. So not happen would indicate the unauthorized access point that is shown in the output. So here we print here we generate and print the 3G wireless data on the command prompt, as well as this is stored in this output will be stored in the form of a text file. So you can see this will be stored in the form of a text file as well as a raw data where there is no node. We just have this, hold on, in this directory we get to store this data, that is temp3g.txt. so here we can see this is raw data which we will take for processing. Okay, so likewise the code is for generating LTE. Similar code is for generating the wired connection time data. Okay, after that, moving on to the this part is this is the first part where we successfully generated our data set, and now we will test and train the different algorithms, different machine learning algorithms, and see their precision and accuracy of each of them, starting with the SVM algorithm, machine learning algorithm. First of all, we need to import all the required libraries such as NumPy, Pandas, sklearn.metrics, as well as matplotlib in order to plot the graphs. So the data that we generated in the 3g.txt from the simulation software is stored in the temp3g.txt file, which is the raw data that we stored in this file, is collected from there, and now we have to train that data. So in order to train that data, we are taking x variable and y variable, where in x variable there is second column and third column, that is packet size and TTS, whereas in y variable is of the flag, that is nothing but the test. So after training and testing, we before doing that, we first fit the model using the SVM's SVC function, and we fit the model over here at line number 24, and later we predict the model that we trained for. Then after predicting the model, we also predict the accuracy score and precision of the model, and then we plot the graph of the model, and the test performed on the model, and store it in a file called svm after compute 3g.png. Now let us have a look that at the code, at how we will run the code. Let's run the code. Python svm.py. So if after running the code, the graphs are generated and the plots are graphs are generated and the files, the precision and accuracy is measured. So you can see the precision and accuracy of the data. I have also documented this in the report. So there is detailed analysis of all the precision, accuracy, and everything of each and every models. So let's have a look at the graphs that are generated after. So this is the graph that is generated for LTE. So this is for the LTE and this one is for 3G data. So we can see that there are two clusters. The cluster which is below is for the authorized access points and the cluster above is for the unauthorized access points. Same for the graph is generated for LTE as well as wired data. So this is how we have generated, we have tested and trained and plotted everything of the model from our data set that we have generated in the simulation software, from the simulation software. So moving ahead, this is all for the SVM model. Moving ahead with the KNN, in the KNN machine learning algorithm, same, we have to import all the necessary libraries that are required. So now let's move ahead with KNN. So KNN algorithm is also similar to other machine learning algorithms. The process is same. We have to import all the required libraries, NumPy and Pandas, Matplotlib. All the dependencies should be built correctly. This KNN also takes the data from temp3g.txt and it stores the data. It stores the data in the my data variable, and then the data is trained and tested over here at line number 36, x, where in this x variable is trained is trained and y variable is tested tested, and the model is predicted model is predicted at line number 45, that is knn.fit, where we fit the model, and at line number 48 we predict the model. Later we further plot the model, the graph of the model in and save it in a file called knn after compute 3g.png. Let's have a look at the running code at that, how the command executes of knn. So python knn.py, and you just have to enter. Okay, so here we can see the code is running successfully with and analyzing all the different types of different types of nodes and checking for the unauthorized access points. So and it is showing correct precision, and yeah, so yeah, that's all for the KNN. Okay, next we will go ahead with our cluster ACO.py, which is our genetic algorithm, that is ant colony optimization algorithm. In this algorithm there is xlen, ylen, and headn, and particles and iteration. So these all are the input arguments that we are supposed to give while executing the command. So let's have a look at how the command is executed. So let's have a look that how we can let's have a look at how we can run the code of ACO. In similar way, we just have to run Python cluster ACO .py, but this time we have to give some arguments, that is 10 for the x length, another 10 for the y length, 2 for the head n. I will explain to you what it is, then 20 and 5, and we have to enter. So basically what it is, that x length y length is 10 10, head n is the number of clusters that will be formed, that will be divided into two clusters, the clusters of authorized access points and clusters of unauthorized access points. So and the iteration, final argument was iteration, that we put 5. So that will give you in 5 iterations. If you put 6, it will give you in 6 iterations. So likewise, this the algorithm also gives us the proper explanation of the running code, and the mean error rate is 18.435 at the final iteration. So the graphs and analysis of the same is given in the report, so we can have a look in the report, as that all the testing and analysis of the testing and analysis have been successfully done and reported in the report, for the accuracy and precision of all the 3 algorithms. So we have seen the successful demonstration of the running codes and the accuracy and the precision of the same. The detailed analysis of the algorithm is given in the report. Overall, from all the observations, we can come to a conclusion that ant colony optimization provides the highest accuracy of 98.15%. The data generated synthetically is very much similar to the real world network data. In the future work, therefore, we can say that in the production system used for finding the illegal access point should use the ant colony optimization technique, as it provides the low false positive rate and higher accuracy as compared to the other models. In future work, the different genetic algorithms can be explored. From some studies, we have also found that ensemble learning methods provides the highest accuracy using discrete features for binary classification. In future work, we can compare the existing work with random forest, AdaBoost, and many other classifiers. Okay, that's all. Thank you.